I want to be clear with you. What the West have done at the behest of the US is, make Juan Guaidó the Venezuelan president. When he was the head of the National Assembly, in the Venezuelan constitution, he is, I think, the third in line to become president in case of, some emergency or something else happening. And the Americans basically said, well, Maduro is not the real leader, and there's election fraud and blah, blah, blah. Juan Guaidó should be the leader, right? Because he's head of the National Assembly. He's not even anymore. And you had 60 countries that recognized him as the interim president. So basically, purposely ignoring Maduro, even though he's the president, and deciding, Western countries just deciding, no, you're not the president. We want to make this guy president. Most Venezuelans don't even know who Guaidó is. How pathetic is that? They want to basically shove this Guaidó down people's throats. And it's caused a lot of trouble, man. I'm not kidding. Because you know what happened? Let me tell you. In England, in the Bank of England, in the City of London. Remember, City of London, I don't mean London. City of London is actually a district inside London where all the banks are. They have their own police force. Yeah, you heard that right. So the Bank of England is there, and they seized Venezuela's gold, right? And they said, well, we don't know who the owner is because, Maduro, we don't think he's the president. We think it's Guaidó. And then there's a whole court case, and it's going back and forth about who the legitimate leader of Venezuela is. Can you believe this? And Venezuela, Maduro, even asked, please give the gold to the UN so the UN can buy vaccines and buy medical equipment to help us with COVID. And the opposition under Guaidó said no. And I think there was other money as well. Like really, really egregious stuff. Like it shows you how much they care about their own country. And this guy, like I said, he's not even the head of the National Assembly anymore. The last elections, he lost his spot. So any sort of claim to legitimacy that he was staking all of this on is gone. It's just gone. It's not there anymore. You always see Western countries propping up like little groups, little leaders in countries they don't like to try and, place them as a thorn in the side of Maduro. Or in Syria, right? They supported the opposition there. Syria is even worse for them because they never could even unite under one thing. With Venezuela, you can at least look at the opposition and say, oh, it's Guaidó, even though, again, no one knows who he is. But with Syria, there's not even a name. No one knows. There's nothing. And yet they want to tell you, oh, it's a revolution. What revolution? You're not even united under one thing. Whose revolution? There's like 50 groups.